Next one, please.
谢谢发言人。环球时报环球网记者提问：9月3日。
Global Times on September 3rd. Kaja Kallas, the High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy of the European Commission, said that China stands with Russia, Iran and North Korea, and Russia's war in Ukraine is being sustained by Chinese support. The autocratic alliance isn't just anti-Western optics, but is also a direct challenge to the international system built on rules. What's your comment? The statements by relevant EU officials are full of ideological biases without basic historical facts, and blatantly stoke rivalry and confrontation. This is disrespect to the history of the World War II and is not in the interest of the EU. It's preposterous and very irresponsible. China firmly opposes and deplores that, and China has hosted the events commemorating the anniversary. 80 years ago, the Chinese people made great sacrifice and great contribution to save humanity's civilization and uphold world peace. At that time, some friends from Russia, the United States, and some European countries have provided valuable support and assistance to China's resistance against aggression. Only by remembering history can we uphold peace. China has hosted the events commemorating the 80th anniversary of the victory in order to remember history, honor the fallen heroes, cherish peace, and create a better future. We are aimed to uphold the post-World War international order and the victorious outcomes of the war with peace-loving countries in the world. 26 foreign heads of state and governments and dozens of high-level representatives and heads of international and regional organizations, as well as over 100 diplomatic envoys from 19 European countries attended the commemorative events covering 5 continents across the world. That shows the international community has wide recognition of the historical contribution of China's war of resistance and its world significance, as well as the common aspiration and determination to uphold world peace and stability. The international landscape is now pretty complex, and it is all the more important for us to have solidarity and cooperation. As the origin of the World War II, Europe needs to take a deeper look at history, take lessons from the history, strengthen solidarity. However, some EU leadership stick to Cold War mentality and severe ideological bias. They deliberately create division and confrontation. This is not in the interest of the EU and will further undermine its international reputation and influence. We hope these people will abandon their short-sighted prejudice, arrogance, foster a correct historical perspective of the Second World War, see China as it truly is. Correct is wrongful remarks at once, undo the negative impact, contribute more to world peace and stability and China-EU ties, instead of the other way around. Next one, please.
Good afternoon. 2 questions from Reuters.
路透社，外军是否参加了昨天的阅兵式？如果没有外军参加，到底是因为什么原因呢？昨晚特朗普称，中方应该强调美方在2战太平洋战场上的作用，中方对此有何评论？
与你提到的第一个问题，建议。
On your first question, I'd refer you to competent authorities. On your second question, on the morning of September the 3rd, China held a grand gathering celebrating the 80th anniversary of the victory of the Chinese People's War of Resistance against the Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist War. President Xi Jinping, in his address, said that the Chinese people made a huge national sacrifice and made major contributions to saving human civilization and safeguarding world peace. At the same time, the Chinese governments and people also express our heartfelt thanks to foreign governments and international friends who supported and assisted the Chinese people in resisting aggression. Next one, please.
Thank you. A question from AFP.
法新社最近有报道，马里圣战组织袭击了中国人民以及中国公司。据分析人士报道，自7月底以来，至少有11名中国人在马里被绑架。中方对此有何评论？以及外交部是否掌握关于被绑架的中国公民数量？
中国政府高
The Chinese government attaches great importance to protecting the safety of Chinese nationals overseas. About the cases in which Chinese nationals were kidnapped, the Foreign Ministry has directed our embassy in Mali to maintain close communication with governmental departments of Mali and urge them to make all-out efforts to search and rescue those peoples. And at the same time, we urge them to take effective and concrete measures to protect the safety and security of Chinese nationals, institutions, and programs in Mali. We once again remind our nationals to follow the security alerts issued by our embassy and take safe security precautions. Next one, please.
Indonesian leader Prabowo.
普拉博沃总统本来不会参加阅兵式，主要是因为印尼国内的情况。但是我们听说，普拉博沃总统已经抵达了中国，主要是因为中方对此强烈要求。中方对此有何评论？有何更多信息？
普拉博沃总统
President Prabowo Subianto decided to travel to China to attend the events commemorating the 80th anniversary of the victory of the Chinese People's War of Resistance against the Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist War. China welcomes this. The president arrived in Beijing in the early morning of yesterday and returned to Indonesia on the afternoon of yesterday after attending the commemoration. President Xi Jinping met with him, and China has released a readout about that, which you may refer to. Next one, please.
Thank you, AFP.
法新社昨天美方表示，大约有300吨的潜体从中国运往了墨西哥的毒贩。中方是否了解这一运输，以及是否已经遭到了没收？中方对此有何评论？
我不了解你提到的具体。
I'm not familiar with the specifics you mentioned. Let me stress that in terms of counter-narcotics, China has the strongest determination, the most relentless policy, and one of the best records in the world. China has scheduled the largest number of substances and has the strictest drug control in the world. China's counter-narcotics authorities have fought illicit diversion of precursor chemicals in strict accordance with the law and ensured that our companies operate in accordance with laws and regulations. The drug abuse in the U.S. The root cause for the drug abuse in the U.S. lies in itself, and the key also lies in itself. The U.S. should face up to its problem, strengthen domestic regulation instead of diverting the blame to other countries, shifting blame and abusing sanctions. China will do what is necessary to safeguard the lawful rights and interests of our companies and nationals.